All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is February 18th, 2025. My name is John Kerrigan. This is the BYOB Market Wrap Up. Hey, let's go take a look at some charts today. Not a bad day in the SPY. Oh, by the way, nice breakout here coming into the open. Wow, really nice breakout coming into the open tomorrow morning. We'll see if they can hold that up. All right, 10-minute. Uptrend coming into the close. All right, on the 2-hour. 2-hour uptrend coming into the close. On the daily chart, new all-time high. All right, that's bullish. All right, on the QQQ, on the game plan. Game plan, if you played the game plan. All right, there's the breakout right there. Right over 10, 610.70. Right there, you're up at 611.36. Price action came into the anchored VWAP low from previous day on the 13th. All right, we played it for $1.50 pop or bounce out of there. All right, price action made a little lower low over here, came back in, made the higher high. All right, I'm looking at SPY. I think SPY goes up to 620. That's what I'm looking at. We'll see what happens. This is looking good. All right. What's bullish? All right. Let's talk about SPY and what's bullish. All right. Price action moves up, holds the higher ground. Hey, that's a bullish environment. All right. You got consolidation. All right. Over consolidation. Where do you see that, John? All right. Let's take a look. Okay. So all of this is. Didn't want that one. Okay, so all of this is consolidation right through here. All that's consolidation, and you got consolidation over consolidation. Okay, so that's bullish. All right, you got a bull flag. That's bullish. All right, everything's looking good, and you got a breakout coming into the close. All right, so it's looking good. Let's take a look at it from the scratch. Take a look at it on the daily. And you can see price action here up in quadrant 4 at the very top. Over prior all-time high anchored VWAP, over prior all-time high anchored VWAP, over uptrend, all right, over the trap, over the rising 17. Everything is bullish, all right, for SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ, they print out a new all-time high today. Let's see what they got. Yes, they did. QQQ makes a new all-time high. SPY makes a new all-time high. FNGU, can they join the party? Not quite, all right? FNGU got a lower high and a lower low, closing inside a bullish trap over the rising 17, over the prior all-time high anchored VWAP, over the uptrend line. FNGU up here in quadrant 4, that's bullish. All right, let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow puts a lower high and a lower low, closing over bullish trap over the 17. All that's bullish. Over the all-time high anchored VWAP up here in quadrant 4. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. That's bullish. All right, Diamond Dow bullish. SPY bullish. QQQ bullish. FNGU bullish. All right, IWM neutral. All right, still can't make it into the upper third, can't get over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Price action for IWM, lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish cross, over the 17, underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP, but over the uptrend line. Still just neutral. They got to get up and hold the higher ground. Okay, they're just neutral right now. All right, let's take a look at our technicals. T21.22. All right, so we came into the seller's chop zone, and we bounced out of there. Okay, we didn't like it, evidently. It's too cold. All right, made a lower high. From the lower high, we made, a higher low, and then a lower high, and then a lower low. All right, so looking like possible trend forming, maybe, right through here. All right, that's got to go back in there. That comes back down there. Possible. We'll see what happens. That's bullish though, hanging out in the buyer's chop zone. All right, let's take a look at T21.23. All right, we move up. Today's the 18th. Almost green. Is that the 18th? All right, so we got one red candle at the beginning of the day, and then it's green for the rest of the day, pretty much. A little shakeout, and then back up into the close. Got a little igniting pattern coming into the close right there. Still up over our rising 200 SMA. Open gap from the 14th, all right, is still open. The bears still have not filled it. That is a bullish environment. Price action up over the 200 SMA. That is a bullish environment. Price action moving up, holding the higher ground. That also is a bullish environment. All right, let's take a look at the 3-bar. 3 more green candle bars. Notice price action closing in on that fading 200 SMA right there. I'm telling you, this valley between the two peaks is going to be the target. That's what I believe. We'll see what happens. Price action, again, 3 more green candle bars, closing in on the fading 200, up over 2 prior all-time highs. Right there in T21.23. FNGU, what did they do today in FNGU? Well, just selling from the beginning of the day almost to the end of the day. Then we had a little rally into the close right there. Little rally back into the close. Still up over 200 SMA, still up over all-time high anchored VWAP. That's a pink line. Still up over the uptrend line. All right, if we look at it on the quads, or you can see on the quads, we're still up here in quadrant 4. That's bullish. Let's take a look at a few sectors. First sector we'll look at is XLE. All right, XLE just kind of neutral still. All right, higher low, higher high, closing over the trap, closing over the 17, closing over the downtrend line, but we've seen that before. All right, price action over the 12-month high anchored VWAP right there, but closing over the downtrend line, over the 12-month high anchored VWAP, over the trap, over the 17. All that's a little bullish, but they got a habit of moving up and giving it up. All right, so they're just neutral right now, just neutral. All right, if they can break into the upper third, hold the higher ground maybe for 5 days or something, all right, we might have a different picture going on. But until then, it's just neutral. All right, you see price action right there on the XLE. Still in a downtrend, all right, but not moving down. That's the good news. All right, so there's XLE. UNG. Wow, what a candle, what a candle, what a candle. All right, outside day, lower low, higher high, closing over the trap, over the 17, up in quadrant 4. That's bullish, making higher lows, making higher highs. That's bullish right there. About to attack, guess what? The peak between two valleys. I'm telling you, these are locations of interest. Anytime you see a peak between two valleys or a valley between two peaks, you can probably bet price is going to be heading there within the next 6 months. All right, so there's UNG, price action up near there. Now notice there were sellers up here before. If you're holding some UNG because you bought it in the buy box down here, okay, you have what looks to be like an exhaustion candle into the same area sellers showed up before. We'll see what happens. All right, notice the exhaustion candle right into where sellers showed up before. And what happened? Price pulled back. So just saying, all right, maybe they can keep going and pull back on top of these. We'll see what happens. All right, that's a pretty big candle right there. Could be an exhaustion candle. We'll see what happens. There's UNGs. Take a look at UNG in an uptrend and is bullish. Take a look at USO. All right, USO got a habit of moving up and giving it up. Price action here for USO. Still in an uptrend. All right, but if they take out this low, they'll be in a downtrend. Price action here is a higher low, higher high, closing over a bearish trap, under a falling 17. All right, and USO on the daily chart, still just neutral, not quite. Can't make it up into the upper third. Again, USO got to get up and hold the higher ground. Still hanging out inside the buy box. There's USO. Let's take a look at GLD. Gold makes a new all-time high. Enough said there. Okay. SLV. SLV putting in the inside day. That's a higher low, lower high, closing over the trap, over the 17. Looking really nice. Finally got a complete candle in the upper third. Haven't seen that in a while. Not since this topping wick candle right there. And we all know what happened with that. They faded back. All right, so we'll see what happens. Can they hold 3 or 4 candles up here in the upper third over the 12-month high anchored VWAP? There's SLV. Let's take a look. We did UNG, we did USL. Let's take a look at SMH. SMH in the upper quadrant, finally. All right, see if they can hold the higher ground for once. Price action up over the trap, over the 17, over the all-time high anchored VWAP, up here in quadrant 4. That's bullish. SPY bullish. QQQ bullish. SMH bullish. FNGU is bullish. Diamond Dow is bullish. IWM still neutral. T2123 still bullish. Moving up and holding the higher ground over the 200. That's bullish. All right, let's go take a look at XLK. XLK, almost new all-time. There's the all-time high. We came close to tagging the all-time high. XLK. Okay, higher low, higher high, closing over the trap. That's bullish. Over the 17, also bullish. Over the all-time high, anchored VWAP, also bullish. Up at the top of quadrant 4, it doesn't get any more bullish than that. All right, that's XLK. Let's take a look at XLF. XLF. Within striking distance of the all-time highs on XLF. Price action. Closing up over the trap, over the 17 EMA, over the all-time high anchored VWAP, up here at the top of quadrant 4. It doesn't get any more bullish than that right there, other than making new all-time highs. That's the only way it works. Okay, XLI. XLI could not, no cigar yet. All right, XLI. Higher low, higher high, closing over the trap, over the 17, over the all-time high anchored VWAP, up here in quadrant 4 and over the uptrend line. That's bullish up there, XLI. All right, but they're still showing a head and shoulders pattern. It's a sloppy one. That's the head, left shoulder, right shoulder. XLI. Let's take a look at XLU. XLU, higher low, lower high, inside day, closing over the trap. That's bullish. Over the 17, that's bullish. Over the all-time high anchored VWAP, also bullish. XLU put in a higher low, so we're looking for the bulls to be inspired enough, eat enough spinach to make that higher high. Up here in quadrant 4, that's bullish. XLU. XRT. XRT is lower high, lower low, closing over a bearish trap, but under the 17, under the uptrend line, and not in the upper third. So just neutral still on XRT. XRT can't get up and hold that higher ground. They're having struggles right there. Let's take a look at IYT. All right, look at that. Look at the transports. So we got transports, financials, technology, and semiconductors, not to mention 4 of the Fab 5 all-in uptrends, plus T2123. Everything is looking perfect for a robust rally. In addition to that, we have a falling dollar. Traders, we could go to 620. Just saying, all right, we could go to 620. We have the perfect storm right now. All of the environment is like perfectly lined up. You know, when the moon and the stars and all the planets are in alignment, that's what we got right now. All right, just saying. All right, it's not the time to be bearish yet. Higher low, higher high, closing over the trap. That's bullish. Over the 17, that's bullish. Over the all-time high anchored VWAP, also bullish. All right, over the uptrend line, also bullish. In an uptrend, also bullish. Almost about to make a new a higher high here. Not a new all-time high. Got a little ways to go for that. All right, but anyways, everything is bullish. IYT. All right, so I'll take some questions in the room. And we're looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a good day. I can feel it. All right, I like what it looks like. Hey, there's Malcolm. Huge money getting ripped. Al goes, okay. Alpha Dog. John, can you upload my T2122 chart? Yes. Yeah, I'm just going to give you the whole thing. All right? You'll see it right there. I'm going to give you the whole thing. All right, there's the whole thing. I know. Yeah, we get in a rush and our thoughts get ahead of us and you get the excitement of a big green candle. I get it. I know. And then you forget to hit you forget caps lock is on. I know. It happens to me too. All right, HE. HE, let's take a look on the daily chart. And you're looking good. You're up over this high anchored VWAP here. Let's just really drag it out. Let's just put it where it really belongs, which is on this candle right there. Right there. Okay. HE. That's a nice candle. I think you're gonna go tag that. I think you're gonna go tag this high and probably spike that right there. HE is looking good. You're still on the daily chart. All right, you're still in an uptrend. All right, everything's looking good for HE to hit right here, 1123. Maybe even higher. Okay, you're right on some resistance right here, right now. I think they jump up there and consolidate, tag this, and then maybe come back down. We'll see. All right, but that's looking good for a follow-through candle for tomorrow. And I'm talking like right up there, 1124. Maybe they get on top. I think they spike that. I like that a lot. But, all right, truth be told, this is resistance right here. Okay, so see where all those peaks line up? That's resistance. See where this valley comes into play right there? That is resistance. Right there. Well, a little bit lower, right about there. Okay, it's like halfway. So you're right up into resistance. And I'm just saying, it's like a speed bump. They're on a roll. That's a nice candle. That's a really nice candle. I wonder if that's an MMRP. They're going down, they rip up, they pull back, they ignite out. And they got a second candle, but the third one did not take. Not quite on that. Okay, we're coming down, we rip up, we pull back. I think you get 3 green candles to the upside on the daily chart. 3, boom, boom, boom. And you wind up right into this pink line right up there. All right? That's what I think. Got to break through resistance. If they could break through resistance, that would be the key. So I'm not seeing an MMRP. Yeah, we did change direction off of these 3 days and off of this day and off of this 2 days. But you got to break resistance, and this is still underneath resistance right there. But I feel good. I feel confident that's going up there. All right. Now, for me, all right, as it's moving its way up there, for me, I start thinking about selling covered calls against it. So, in other words, out of the money, all right, further out of the money than whatever I'm trading, okay, up and over this, all right. That way, because I don't know if it's going to get up there and hold, all right. I really don't think so. I think it might get up there and hold for 3 days, and I think it will give up the juice. Hey, but that's just what I think, and what do I know? All right, I think it's going to give up the juice once it gets up there. So think about your exit plan. But I think in 2 more days you're going to be up here. That's what it looks like. It's really looking good. Reports on the 21st. All right, so that's Friday. So you got 3 days. So maybe it gets up and then it tumbles. We'll see what happens. I don't see them holding up here, but they might. They might surprise me. All right, I don't see it. Maybe they surprise me. We'll see. That was a huge rally right there. That was like, woo, wow, look at that. Who knows? Maybe they do this again. I do like this price action though, right here. See these big candles? That's like big boys stepping in. That's like, that's like whales stepping in right there. Those big candles, those are whales. They make a big splash. And there you go. Those are big splashes right there. Okay, all right. Malcolm says a multiple day. I'm not feeling it yet, but if they break through resistance, yeah, I think so. All right, so there we go there. ACHR. That's got more wick than body and tail. And it's right up there where the sellers were operating before. So you can see all the wicks up here. See, this was once support, now it's resistance. See how price came right up to it? I didn't even look over here. I just went straight to this and put a line underneath the support. And you can see right here where price just gets slammed every time it goes up there. See that huge wick? It gets slammed. And then they hold it for like maybe 2 days and they give it up. And they hold it for 3 days and they give it up, and they hold it for a day. All right, so the good news is they're not willing to give up. That's good news. All right, but they're being overwhelmed by sellers right there. So like on this one, I would kind of like, I'd look for it to get, I think I'd look for it to get up here and hold for 3 or 4 days, and kind of do the Missouri show me state up here over the $10 mark. All right, if I was to be bullish on that, I would want it to hold up here for 4 or 5 days, because they haven't been able to do that. And you can see, look at today's candle, it's more wick than body and tail. I do like them moving up and holding the higher ground. But they're right underneath resistance, which is typically where you hold the higher ground, is right underneath the resistance, because that's what stops you pretty much from going higher. All right, but they broke out today, and we'll see what happens. Look for them to hold. Look for consolidation over prior consolidation. That's a nice looking chart, but I got to see up over $9.80, over $10. And let's just put in an all-time high anchored VWAP. See where it comes out. You're way up over that. That's looking good. Way up over that. Let's move this one over here to see what it looks like. Yep, up over the high, up over the recent high anchored VWAP. That's looking good. Got to get up over 10 and hold for 3 or 4 days. All right, and NBIS. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking real good. All right. Oh, that's an all-time high today. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. But, you know, be observant. See, more wick than body and tail. If you got some, you know, think about where you want to exit and why. You just hit the big fat round number 50, okay, and you got a big wick, all right, and you're far away from the 17. See that? Far away. Okay, so I don't know if you got an exit plan. All right, but think about that for a minute. I wouldn't touch this till it cools off. For me, I wouldn't go looking for more right off. I kind of let it cool off because it just hit the fat 50. All right, and it's far away from the 17. So it's kind of really hot for me. I do like the VZO on this. You know, look at that. That's like all green right there. Very, very little red. I like that, but I need it to cool off just a little bit. Okay. And Joby, okay. Okay, so they got a report coming out right after. Don't forget tomorrow. Tomorrow is FOMC minutes at 2 p.m. All right, traders. All right, I think we're going higher, people. I see all of the environment is looking good. I think we're headed up to 620. Yeah, yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing them with us. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I had a decent day. I do have a spread on, just to let you know. Full disclosure here. Okay, I got 60 of the 621 short, and I've got 96 of the 620 long. All right, so I got it like those are, you could call them covered calls, all right, or call it a debit spread. All right, so that it says my account is 121. I think it's really closer to like 109. All right, 109 or 110. Okay, because of the spread. Because the spread seems to always add more to it. All right, so I'm confident it's up there around 110, 109. All right, it's not 121. I know that for sure. All right, but I had a good day. I'm up. My daily goal is 1%, so that's $1,200. All right, I got better than $1,200 today. All right, so that's my daily goal, $1,200. I got better than 1,200. All right, okay, I'll see everybody tomorrow, 8 o'clock. All right, just saying, I think we're going higher. All right, that deep sea shakeout, all right, ain't nothing but a scare tactic, fear mongering. All right, market's looking good. We'll see what happens. A lot of stuff really bullish. I don't think they're going to pass this opportunity up. In addition to that, you got, falling dollar. All right, you got a lower high and a lower low. All right, falling dollar. Markets are looking good. All right. All right, guys, tomorrow at 8. Everybody have a beautiful evening. Thank you.